Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. Let's talk about Kendrick Perkins calling out Charles Barkley, saying, he never won a championship, said he never won a ring, he's ringless, and shots have been fired. So, this is what Kendrick Perkins had to say. The only people who try to degrade someone's championship is a person who never won a championship because they don't know the journey and how it feels. And I'm talking about former players that try to knock on other players that did win a championship and they haven't accomplished a damn thing. And I may be talking about another person like Charles Barkley, who has been going at Kevin Durant. You don't know how it feels to win a championship because, damn it, you haven't done it. Damn it, you've tried to go to Houston Rockets your damn self to team up with Hakeem Olajuwon. So that's what Kendrick Perkins had to say about Charles Barkley. And shots have been fired, man. So Kendrick Perkins, he went there, he took it there, and it's on. I respect Kendrick Perkins sticking up for Kevin Durant, but come on, man. You was a role player. Yeah, you did win a championship in Boston with Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, but you were a role player. Don't get me wrong. He did play a pivotal part of winning the championship, but come on, Kendrick Perkins. You're talking about Charles Barkley, MVP of the league, one of the 50 most greatest players in NBA history. I mean, yes, Charles Barkley at times he gets real crucial, real critical. He comes down on Kevin Durant. At times it could be a bit much, but to me it does matter how you win a ring. I don't care if you say he don't know what it feels like to win a championship. And Kendrick Perkins is going to say Charles Barkley went to Houston to team up with Hakeem Olajuwon. Come on, that was the tail end of his prime. That wasn't like prime Charles Barkley. Imagine if prime Charles Barkley went to team up with Hakeem Olajuwon. He would for sure win a championship. They would for sure have won a championship, more than likely. And I'm not going to knock him for not winning a championship. There are plenty of players who haven't won championships because they haven't joined super teams. I'm not knocking Kevin Durant. Great player, he's a champion. End of the day, Kevin Durant is a champion, but trying to diminish Charles Barkley and say, he doesn't know what it takes. I mean, maybe he don't, yes, because he haven't won, but it's not that hard to team up and win championships. I mean, let's be honest, the Boston Celtics, for that matter, they had 3 Hall of Famers on one team and a stacked deck. And I love Boston at the time. That was one of my favorite teams to watch. I'm not knocking them. I'm just being honest about it. The Golden State Warriors, they had a super team. The Boston Celtics, they had a super team. The Miami Heat with LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, they had a super team. So for you to knock Charles Barkley and say, you know what, you never won anything, so you can't speak on winning, I don't feel like that's fair. To a certain extent, I don't feel like that's fair because how did you win? To me, it matters. I mean, if that's the case, any superstar, any talented player could join a bunch of other talented players and win a championship. I mean, yes, Charles Barkley do criticize KD a lot. He's very crucial of him, and you could understand why, because he looks at Kevin Durant as a very great player. And because Kevin Durant is so great, he holds him to a high standard. It doesn't mean he's hating on Kevin Durant or he's picking on him, even though it might seem like he's picking on him. I don't think that's the case. I just think the fact of the matter is Charles Barkley look at Kevin Durant somewhat in the sense of LeBron and others, in that greatness. So he holds him to a higher standard. That's why he's always so critical of him, the decisions he makes, what he do. And at times, yes, it comes off as he's hating or, he's picking on him, but truthfully, I don't feel like he's picking on him. He's targeting Kevin Durant. I don't think that's the case. I honestly don't. To be honest, I just think this is Kendrick Perkins taking a shot because Charles Barkley came at him when he made a statement about the MVP voters being racist, these white racist voters, whatever the case may be. So I think Kendrick Perkins he found a perfect moment to take his shot. That's all I think it is. To me, I just think Kendrick Perkins is trying to get back because Charles Barkley said what he said, and Kendrick Perkins being a little petty, this is his get back. That's what I think it is, to be honest with you. I don't think it's more beyond that. He saw his opportunity to get back at Charles Barkley for speaking on him regarding the racist voters comment. So now this is his opportunity to more so, you know, jump on Charles Barkley's neck and try to make him feel bad about not winning a championship or being ringless. There are plenty of players who are ringless who are better than players who have rings. Having a ring doesn't necessarily mean you're better than somebody. I mean, there's a lot of things that goes into that. Circumstances, how good was your team? There's so many factors that goes into winning a championship. Was Kevin Durant a champion before he went to Golden State? No. They went to the finals versus Miami. They lost. Yes, KD was young at the time, but they lost. They went up 3-1 on Golden State. They lost. And the following year, he went and joined Golden State. So it's not like Kevin Durant did it on his own. He went to a super team. I'm not knocking him for that. I'm just saying he had other Hall of Fame players with him. So when you make the statement, you got to look at the situation. I'm sure if Charles Barkley went to Houston in his prime, not the tail end of his prime when he's older and slow, but in his prime, I am sure he would have won a championship. So for Kendrick Perkins to say, you know what, you don't know anything about winning championships, so you can't speak on that, I don't buy that. Once again, I just feel like this is Kendrick Perkins being petty because of Charles Barkley calling him out for saying those silly comments about racist white MVP voters. So now he found a chance to get his get back. I feel like this is Kendrick Perkins' get back. So he finally got his get back. And what's the best way to attack Charles Barkley? Let's be honest. He has no rings. He never won a championship. There's nothing else you could say. He's top 75. He's one of the top 50 greatest scorers in NBA history. He's won a league MVP. So there's not really much you could say about Charles Barkley beyond he has no championship. That's the only thing you could say or use against him in any debate. Did you win a ring? No, he never won. But there are circumstances to the situation. And at the end of the day, Kevin Durant is a champion. Can't argue that. But he did join a super team. He never won without Golden State. He haven't won without Golden State till this day. So this is Kendrick Perkins being petty, man. Trying to find a way to get back for Charles Barkley, calling him out on his MVP voter statement. That's all it is. But as always, man, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.